Hello and welcome to Diaries. We are at the final moments of the Get the Ick Out series, and we're talking about topics in bringing in the good that we thought might be interesting. So I'm going to take it away and see. Okay. So, what is the difference between blessing ourselves and bypassing necessary discomfort? How do we practice spiritual optimism without spiritual denial? So, um, blessing ourselves does not equal bypassing necessary discomfort. I just want to throw that out there that
Agree.
um, I don't think one is like this. It's not one does not go.
Yeah.
Didn't it?
It
It's
almost feels
not
like
equal.
seeing those things like together is almost like martyr syndrome. It's like, no, I can't bring in good. I have to sit in the discomfort. I can't do anything positive.
Yeah, exactly. You can like bless yourself
Yeah.
and feel necessary discomfort.
Yeah.
Whatever. Okay. So like maybe though, like I said, like it's just like the direct. I keep saying this because I love that. I love it's always for me. It's always the direction I'm facing. Like it's like not like one or the other. It's just like a matter of turning in a different direction. So like I think though that what it all boils down to, what this whole thing is about though, which is interesting about spiritual optimism and spiritual denial, like this whole like I think it's about being present in the moment, which kind of seems weird, but when you bless yourself, you kind of say, I'm going to stay present with what is here. I will not abandon myself even though something hurts. Like it's like being present with like no matter what, just being present in this moment with the good, with the ugly, with whatever. Where bypassing is like it can be like negative. Like bypassing is like I should be above this by now. If I were a better witch, this wouldn't hurt so bad. Let me substitute this feeling for a better feeling, right? So when you're bypassing, you're like, um, that's the difference to me is presence in the moment. Like so that's the difference between blessing myself even like during hurt and bypassing like necessary discomfort is that like about like wanting to like hopscotch over something that you need to feel, right? So how do we do spiritual optimism, right, without spiritual denial? So we have to let ourselves feel the feelings we feel, which sometimes can be difficult, but like it's okay to feel feelings. And we have to learn that like moments can't be rushed and you have like things can be uncertain and let's be okay with uncertainty. Like it's like being uncertain and being okay with being uncertain is really spiritually optimistic. It's like everything's going to work out in the end. Like you're just, it's going to be okay. Okay, it's going to be okay. And so optimism doesn't erase what's happening just because you're optimistic. I'm naturally optimistic. I'm a Sagittarius. Sagittarians are optimistic little bumblebees. We're like, we're very optimistic little creatures and like I'm naturally that way, and it doesn't erase facts. So contrarily though, spiritual denial like tries to like push you forward at a place too fast for you like it refuses to name suffering and pain becomes a personal failure. And I put this Brooke story here, but it could have gone back with this the another one that I did about this idea about um like that it's a personal failing if things are going bad in your life. Like pain becomes a personal failure. Like you're not spiritual enough. If you would just change your way of thinking, you could cure your own cancer. Like that's spiritual denial. That's like ridiculous and that's spiritual denial. And it's cruel. It can be horrible. So, and here's another one. Spiritual denial demands a positive attitude as proof of your faith. Like I love that one. Like I came from a faith background that was definitely at play. That like putting on a happy face and being like keeping having a sweet count a good countenance was like that showed that you were close to God if you had like a good countenance. But that's just spiritual denial. Like if you're not ready to be there, then don't be there. We're human. It's okay to feel pain. It's okay to not be rushed and to take your time with it. And you know what? Therein lies the spiritual optimism. Therein lies like this idea that you can feel pain and move through it and it doesn't have to be rushed and like things are not always certain, like you don't always know what is going to happen. Like that is spiritual optimism. That's like a level of allowing, a level of emotional maturity. That is spiritual optimism. Like this whole other idea like that like it's very common in metaphysical circles. I feel like there's like a very common like spiritual denial about like what it means to be like a spiritual person or what it means to like this positive affect that you have to put on all the time. Spiritual denial avoids complexity, that we are complex humans, like that we're complex human beings and like there can be good and bad, that like two things can be true at once. And like I love when people can't handle that. Like that's my favorite thing, when people can't handle two things can be true at once.
Mm-hmm.
Like I love it when people can't handle that. I look at them and like my eyes just like glaze over. Like I'm like, who are you? Like that's
Yeah.
like I know, because they can. Two things can be true at once, and because there's complexity in our world. So how do we know if we're bypassing or if we're in denial? So how do we know that? So this is going to be like internal. Like this is like when we say like intuition is everything, or your like like whatever's like your heart and your like what do we always say about like doing spell work, that it's all about your like oh the
Oh, your intention.
intention.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So like it's all about intention and your intuition and knowing yourself. So do you when you like go internally, you may be sad, but do you feel regulated? Okay? Do you feel like or do you feel like you can feel regulated even when you're sad, or do you feel tense, brittle or dissociated?
Mm.
Okay? You could be bypassing. You could be like just jumping over things that you need to sit with and feel. Okay? Trust your intuition. Always trust your intuition. And then this is the and practice. This is two things can be true at once. Okay? I am sad and I can still light this candle. Okay? I am angry and I can pause and use these herbs in a mirror spell. I feel lost and I can meditate and practice breath work. Okay, so I love and practices. Like I think like where we get into problems with spiritual denial and bypassing like necessary discomfort is when like we don't use that, and like you're allowed to feel sad, you're allowed to feel angry, you're allowed to feel these feelings, and letting that's like one of the things, you like letting yourself feel what you feel is part of bringing in the good. So that's it.
Yeah. No, I agree. I fully agree. I think that there's this mentality that, so I am not like a psychologist or anything, but there's this mentality that like psychologists will always have their shit together. And it's like, no, like they're humans, like just because like two things can be true, right? Like I can help somebody, I'm not a psychologist, right? But I can help somebody um like do better in their life or get back their life back on track or whatever. And also like my life could be a little bit messy, right? I could be like a health coach, but not the absolute most healthy person on the planet. Like we sometimes life is a little bit contradictory, and I think that allowing yourself to feel your emotions and work through your emotions is the bringing in the good. That's part of it. And like you said, bypassing is when you're not allowing yourself to feel them, when you're trying to sweep it under the rug or not deal with it, then that can be a problem. But I think that blessing yourself when you're not able to bring in the good other way, or like if you're feeling shitty, blessing yourself or doing something beneficial is like a way to bring in good in a way that you can in this moment, right?
Yeah.
Maybe I don't have it in me to like smudge my whole room and make a new room spray and make loose incense and light a candle to do all this bringing in the good, but I can light a candle, right? I can open the windows. Like it's about the little things sometimes. And that's not like bypassing. That's just, it's doing what you can when you're feeling not at your best. And that's what it comes down to. And that's bringing good.
It is.
Yeah.
I love it.
Mhm.
And with that, we bid you adieu to the bringing to getting rid of the ick
Yes.
series.
The ick.
And that is the end of this series. And with that, we're going to talk about trees. I've said
Yeah.
it a couple times, but we're going to do a whole series about trees, which trees are rad.
Yes. I'm going to focus on, at least for the first few, the trees that are local to my area,
Oh,
I
I
think.
love that.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah. Because I'm going to go take pictures of them and then put them in the slides. That's my plan.
Yay! I love it. I'm excited. I'm excited to see the trees of
The
Oregon.
trees. Yes.
Awesome. Well, have a good night and get home safe. And y'all, I hope you've enjoyed this series. And we will see you at Trees. Like and subscribe. And we will see you at the next Ditch Witch Diaries.